So we're going to look at solving work problems with trigonometric ratios. The actual calculation portion of it is exactly the same as finding the angles or the sides using the trigonometric ratios. The important part here is actually drawing out the triangles from the word problem. There's a couple terms that you might run into when you're doing these. One is angle of elevation or angle of inclination, means something's inclining or going up. In that case, you're just looking at a line that's straight out and the angle goes up like this. So it's raising up off the ground. Usually you'll have a triangle set up where the angle's at the bottom here. The angle of depression or declination would be the other term that you would see, and that means going from straight out, you're going downwards or you're depressing the angle. So oftentimes you'll be looking straight out here where this dotted line is, and the angle will actually be here, which is outside the triangle. What that means is that this angle here is the same as this angle here because of the parallel line theorem that you learned last year in grade 9. Now, to actually draw triangles from this, we just read the word problem and put everything in its right position. So here we have Danny is standing at the top of a cliff. He looks down at a boat at an angle of depression of 42 degrees. How far away is the boat if the cliff is 100 feet tall? So he has himself here on top of a cliff. And if it helps you to draw little characters and whatnot, go right ahead. There's some water there, and then we have a little boat. So he's looking down with an angle of depression, so we're looking from straight out. He's looking down at the boat, and so we have our triangle right here. This line here will represent the distance to the boat. This is the angle of depression, and here's the height of the cliff. So our height of the cliff is 100. The angle of depression, which would be up here, is 42. So that means down here is 42 degrees as well. So we have 100, 42, and then the distance to the boat would be down here as x. Now, the question could read the angle of inclination or elevation from the boat to Danny is 42 degrees, and you could measure it that way as well. So all you're doing is trying to figure out where things are in relation to the triangle and just filling out those required values. There's probably other degrees up there. And then you can go about using either sine, cos, or tan to find the missing side or angle.